wasn't too sure exactly what this was at first, being that I figured it was just more of a surreal game just in general, because yet again, never did any background research during my first playthrough. I actually just took this like, well, what kind of strange characters am I going to meet in here? What kind of alternate reality is this? It's almost just like I haven't even played Undertale yet. I know, for shame, but it's just I kind of expected something a lot more along the lines of what I've seen from the promo content of that, which it actually it surprised me in that way, in a good way, because well, it's different. It's a good thing. We don't need more clones of games. We need more unique content.
I can't decipher any of the text in these books. How weird.
Beth, your father has been in a serious accident. I'm going with him to be with him at the hospital. I've called Aunt June. She will arrive soon. Yeah, well then. Well, that's definitely a downer.
I can't decipher any of the text in these books. How weird.
So as we can see, things are a little bit kind of strange here for Beth. I'm really a fan of all this kind of stuff too. I've actually been posting on some of the Degigames articles I've written that it's refreshing to see these kind of engines used for something more than just making your typical JRPG kind of game. Like this one, it's obviously a lot more of an adventure title. You're wandering around, you're checking out all this stuff, you're invested in the world rather than just trying to figure out where you can grab Excalibur off the shelf or something. And was Excalibur? I think it was Mesmune or whatever they had in Chrono Trigger. If you're old enough to remember Chrono Trigger, then you know how old I am. I'm ashamed now.
This one is my bed. But it's not supposed to be at the cabin.
See, that line right there especially, that's what kind of breaks the world for all of this. And obviously, it lets us know that the cabin that we saw in the painting is actually this one too. Did I ever check the clock? I guess so. Yeah, the doors do actually make a little click sound and indicate that they're locked. And that's just it, obviously it's her bed, but it's not supposed to be at the cabin. It's, it continues to give you that surreal background to it.
There's nothing here anymore. Dad didn't make it through the night. His car had gone right over a ledge. It was an accident, supposedly. Maybe I wouldn't have taken it so hard if I knew I'd be joining him so soon.
Well then, foreshadowing. And how are you telling me about this story, Beth? What's going on here? And then that's when we meet this guy.
You again. You come in here uninvited and tear the whole place up. Who do you think you are? All this time I've already spent trying to stay ahead of you. But no matter what, you always get one step closer. How long can I keep this up?
But that's just it. Like, especially during my first playthrough, it's just like, so is he a representation of death? Is there something more supernatural going on here? Is he some other kind of demon that's riding on her shoulder? What's the story? So, to escape the monster, you need to make it to the light tile. For every one move you make, the monster will make 2 if it can. Which usually that means, like, if he's caught up in behind a barrier like he is right now, then he can't exactly hop along 2 spaces towards you because, well, he can't move anyway. See, it can only move closer to you, it can never move farther away. If you can move horizontally, it will. If not, it will move vertically. Try to lead it into a dead end if you can to outmaneuver it, so you can easily outmaneuver it and make your way to the light tile. And then that's just the thing, like right here, it's really a nice little preview of it all, because then you can just take him and get him stuck right down in there. And then, now of course, if I went straight up there, he'd be able to just loop around the corner and grab me. So we do need to take it nice and slow here, and then, see, he comes up right away, and then, whee! We're free. And then, of course, then there's another puzzle. Ah, poor Beth. She made it all that way, and now she's trapped again. Oh, I think I may have just gotten Beth stuck in a little bit of a pickle here. Oh, yeah, Beth's dead. Oh, well. I think this, like, technically she's not dying, she's not doing anything, but I think this is technically the only time in the game that you can actually have something like this really happen. I think that's probably what I did my very first playthrough too, was end up getting her caught up in all that. Okay. There we are. That's just it. I don't think there's anything else in the game like that.
There's this chunk of years after Dad died and before I left home that is just one big blur of frustration. Kids made fun of me in school for having a dead father. I wish I had stood up for myself instead of just letting them pile on. Looking back, I should have gone in there on the first day of middle school and hit someone with a chair. Then everyone would have left me alone. Sounds like jail. But then again, the two institutions have a lot in common. But one day, a teacher pulled me aside. She really did try to connect with me, and at some point, she asked what I wanted to do with my life.
Well, obviously she wanted to do something productive. That must be why she's in a hospital. She was going to become like a doctor or something, or, you know, the world's greatest nurse, traveling from country to country, saving lives
Without
everywhere.
thinking, I blurted out, "Paint."
Oh, no.
That didn't go over so well at home.
Oh, no. Well, yeah, I mean, your poor father was into that. And, you didn't get to go anywhere with it. No.
Looking back, I was too hard on her. I felt like she hated the artistic part of me, but that wasn't it. She was just concerned that it wouldn't bring in the big bucks.
Yeah, I mean, artists, though, they always bring in the big bucks. Oh God, what a attempt my life! But yeah.
She wanted me to go into a career that would guarantee success. But I had seen what going after that guarantee had done to my father.
Ah, I see.
It was clear we would never see eye to eye. Eventually, I left for the city to start college. I had gotten used to tuning her out, but she said one thing that haunted me. "Beth, your father was a loving man, but he was also disturbed. Deeply disturbed. He was overwhelmed, and he gave up. Whatever fate holds for you."
Yeah, I never got that before. The mother actually says, and he gave up. The mother actually does potentially believe that he committed suicide. Huh.
Please don't ever give up.
I mean, I know college is rough, but wow, Mom. I mean, that's a rough pep talk. I mean, yeah, that is haunting. Now this one really got to me because I wasn't too sure on all the little lines here and everything. But so at each intersection, you can only turn in the direction where there is a curved arrow. It is the same with straight arrows. Okay, so that'll make sense. But somehow I ended up kind of bundling that up along the way here. U-turns are not possible. You can hide the car by pressing the X button, you know, so you can see the arrows beneath it. I think there's like one achievement for like visiting every single spot on this map too, but yeah, I'm totally not gonna try for that. But yeah, so this one turns up. So, but can you go straight through? Yeah, you can follow those as well. So, okay, so let's hide the car here for a minute. Yeah. So as you can see, there's a break in the middle, so we just can't go straight through on this one. So we turn down here, turn here, turn here, and then we're doomed. Huh. How do I do this again? See, this is just gonna ruin all the fun of this right now. The Let's Play, not the game. It's just gonna be drive around in circles. No, that's still not gonna work. So how do I do this again? Or maybe I am on the right track. Yeah, and then, yay! Okay. The first time I was just beating my head against the wall trying to figure it. It's like I just need to go in the opposite direction. How do I do that? Oh, this one's not gonna get much better. Like that's just it. It's like they're quality puzzles. Remember right? I had to go up here, And that didn't work. Maybe this one was the same way too, that I had to be facing in the opposite direction. Yeah, because you need to come at it from the other side to get that. So I need to... Okay. Zip. 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 I hope I'm thinking about this right. It's just that you go up near the top of the screen, it's just like, am I still going the right way? And I am! Woohoo! You have to play through this once.
Dad's life insurance had taken care of us for a few years,
Let's hear this first.
but it wasn't going to pay for college. Even with financial aid, I had to take a job as a cashier to support myself.
Well, that's not that bad. You get to meet lots of fun, interesting people. You're a painter. You can meet new people to paint. Think positively, Beth.
I could justify it while I was actually in school. But the bills didn't stop coming in just because I had graduated. In fact, I wasn't sure when I was going to be secure enough to give it up. Nobody was exactly banging down the door for my painting skills. I just felt so aimless, and that made me furious. I thought it couldn't get any worse. In retrospect, that was silly of me.
Yeah. I mean, even Han Solo knows, you know, you can attempt fate like that. Oh. You got a bad feeling about this. Oh.
At least I didn't have to deal with you back in those days.
Yeah. Okay, so we need to get him hung up on here. There we are. Can't remember quite how I did this one. Maybe let him up here first and then... Oh, that's not working. Okay, well, there goes Beth again. Poor Beth. Keep on dooming her all the time. Let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Well, how in the world do I do this one then? Yeah. This is a good thing too, is, you know, not that I don't exactly have the ever so slight connection with Joel, but the music really does make a huge difference in this game. Like, not that I'm sure it would have been fine otherwise, but it really does help to make everything stand out. Okay, so it'd be really helpful if he just went down there. Okay, I got him hung up there again. Okay, that's good. Oh, right, and I can go down. Why did that work the first time? Anyway. Yeah, I must have just flipped that up the first time. It's actually kind of neat. Every time you move like one square, the game actually takes like a second to process. It's kind of nifty. Okay. Okay, that's good. See, this game without a story would be like without any knowledge of what's going on would have actually been really, really good for just the concepts and conspiracy theories in general. Just like, is the demon really her father? You know, you could have had like a lot of wild and crazy ideas come out of this. Oh, good. That was lucky.